Kuttanad is known as the granary of Kerala. Most of the people in Kuttanad are farmers, and the life of the people there during the turn of the 19th century was in misery due to poverty, contagious diseases, and floods. It was during that time that St. Kuriakose Elias Chavara was born in Kainikari village on 10th February 1805. The Chavara family of Kuriakose and Mariam was showered with God's blessing, and Kuriakose was the third child. Kuriakose started his formal education in Ashan Kallari at the age of 5 by writing on sand with his finger. Jesus was the best friend of little Kuriakose. One day, Malpan Thomas Palakal of Pallipuram Seminary instinctively came to the Chavara family. The polite manners of little Kuriakose drew the attention of Malpan. Malpan asked little Kuriakose whether he would like to be a priest, and little Kuriakose replied, "Definitely, father." His parents were sad to send him to the seminary, but they obliged the wish of their son. At the age of 11 years, he bid farewell to his family and continued his studies at Pallipuram Seminary. Under the pious, learned, and wise teacher Malpan Thomas, Kuriakose started to memorize the teachings of the church and the reflections of the saints. On the 29th of November 1829, Deacon Kuriakose received priesthood from Bishop Marilius Stabalny in Artungal Church. The solemn first Mass was celebrated in his home parish, Chenangari Church. After becoming a priest, Father Chavara served in different churches. His spiritual leadership and animation were appreciated by the people. His sermons touched the hearts of all who heard them. Malpan Palakal, Malpan Purukara, and Father Chavara Kuriakose Elias desired to make a Darshana Vida, or house of vision. The three joined together to realize the dream of a religious community which would live in deep spirituality. To make their dream a reality, the three met the bishop and asked permission. The bishop granted them permission to start a monastery, which would be helpful both for the fathers and the people. After a long search for a suitable location, they found the Mananam hillock as best suited for their purpose. On the Feast of Pentecost in 1831, the chapel was blessed and Holy Mass was offered. With the hard work of several years, Father Chavara's life goal of building the monastery was accomplished. It was dedicated to Saint Joseph. As Father Chavara Kuriakose knew the importance of printing, he desired to establish a printing press. After seeing the government press in Thiruvananthapuram, he decided to make a press of the same model. With the help of an artisan, he made a wooden press and started printing prayer books and other literature in it. It was the first Catholic press in Kerala and the third one in Travancore. It was another dream of Father Chavara to establish a school for all children, irrespective of caste or creed. In 1846, he started a Sanskrit school at Mananam. Later, when he was the Vicar General of Verapura, he ordered every church to establish a school. This revolutionary reform of Father Chavara played a significant role in the educational development of Kerala. Father Chavara guided the religious community which was established at Mananam. The community, which is known today as the Carmelites of Mary Immaculate, was officially approved by the church in 1855. During the lifetime of Chavara himself, 7 monasteries were established. The members of these monasteries were engaged in pastoral ministry, evangelization, education, social work, and many other things. Father Chavara liked to be with the people, inquiring about their well-being and trying to solve their problems. People had great faith in his leadership, and his decisions were accepted by them as the last word. Indeed, Father Chavara was a man for other people. Father Chavara prepared manuscripts of canonical prayer for priests and for the divine services. He preached effective retreats for lay people for their spiritual enlightenment. He established homes for the poor and the destitute, which he named Upavishala, or Charity Home. Father Chavara was the founder of the first women's religious community in Kerala. In collaboration with the missionary Father Leopold OCD, he established a convent for the nuns at Kunnamavu on 13th February 1866. Father Chavara was a great devotee of the Blessed Sacrament. He spent long hours before the Eucharist Lord in spite of his hectic schedule during the day. A poet and a philosopher, Father Chavara wrote poetry and several literary compositions during his lifetime. As old age crept in, Chavara got rheumatic fever and started losing his eyesight. Though he was bedridden, he continued his prayer, study, and work. As his health condition deteriorated, Father Chavara Kuriakose told his confreres that his time to go to the Heavenly Father had come. On the 3rd of January 1871, he breathed his last, entrusting his soul in the hands of his Heavenly Father. On hearing the news of his death, thousands of people came to pay homage to him. During the funeral oration, Father Mathai Kapil said, "Today, the flag of Malayalam has come down." The mortal remains of Father Chavara were buried in St. Philomena's Church, Kunnamavu, on 4th January 1871. Later, on the 24th of May 1889, the mortal remains were transferred to St. Joseph Monastery, Mananam, which is the mother house of CMIs, and reinterred in the monastery chapel. But that divine ray still shines on us. Saint Alphonsa's ailments got healed completely in 1936 after praying to Father Chavara Kuriakose. Several other miracles were also attributed to the intercession of Saint Chavara. Even after his death, his blessings continued to pour out on all those who intercede to him. On February 8, 1986, Kuriakose Elias Chavara was declared blessed by Pope John Paul II at Kottayam, along with the Blessed Alfonsa. On the 23rd of November 2014, Pope Francis canonized Kuriakose Elias Chavara at the Vatican, along with Saint Euphrasia, who was a member of the CMC congregation founded by Saint Chavara. Let us be inspired by the great ways of Saint Chavara and try to follow his good example in words and in deeds. For it was he who said, "Children, you are God's investment in the hands of your parents."